welcome. Welcome to my page. I am Tammy Neff, and you are on my page called Tammy Loves Vintage. I am just a couple of minutes early for an event that is going on in the Sparkle Room right this minute. And it's been going on all day. I'm out of breath because I just got home. I've been antique shopping about an hour and a half from here, maybe an hour and, I don't know, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, I don't know. Anyway, I've been up in Springfield, and so we thought we could buzz through the mall and be back home plenty of time, but we kind of did what we call slow shopping, so we were a little bit late getting here. So anyway, I got my fresh water, I ran a brush through my hair, put on some lipstick, and ran to the bathroom, and here we are, we're ready to roll. So hi you guys, hello and welcome. Welcome to my page. Again, my name is Tammy Neff, and you're on my page called Tammy Loves Vintage, or it's possible that you are watching me from the Sparkle Room. The Sparkle Room has an event going on today called the Paper Palooza, and I'm just waiting on everybody to get in here from that. They like you to go a couple minutes early. So, Sherry, I didn't really find a whole lot. We had, we called it antique inflation. We had a lot of sticker shock today, but I did get a couple of things. I don't know that I got enough that's worth a whole video, but we'll see. So yeah, 6 o'clock, so I'm going to get going. I'm sure they'll be putting me over there any minute. So we're going to start with, so because this is a paper palooza, I am using all paper today, and until the very end, everything will be paper. So here we go. We are going to create an Easter basket using paper. So hi you guys, thank you for saying hello. Hi Chris, thank you. I've been watching for you. Hey Mary. Hey hey Lynn. Hey everybody. Hey Michelle. Hi Dina. Hi you guys. Hi Susan. So let's get rolling so we don't run out of time at the end. It's always a panic. So I'm using a letter C. I just cut this letter C out of cardstock, okay, and I'm wrapping it into an oval shape like this, okay, so just like that. I did make my tips go a little, you know, instead of a straight line, I kind of tapered them down a little bit, and we're going to hot glue that down to hold it in place, and I'm going to hot glue the little inside part as well. Okay, so now we're all set. And we have a little paper basket, okay? So just kind of make a letter C and make it about 2 inches thick, and you're good. And then I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace my base. So it's just a little oval, and I'm going to cut it out just a snap. I can't see anything. You guys know I'm blind as a bat. Here we go. I'm going to cut it just a little bit bigger than I need it to be, a little bit bigger to accommodate the width of the paper, and just to, you know, kind of make sure I'm, whoops, now I'm right on the line, but it's still a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Oh, let's see how we did. Yeah, it's perfect. But you want it a little bit bigger. I might have cut it just a snap. I kept trimming it up. I shouldn't have done that. So, okay, but we're good. Okay, just cut off that little sharp spot. Now I'm going to lay some hot glue on here. We're building our basket. Okay, building our basket, adding some glue to attach the bottom, trying to keep it thin. Okay. And then I'm going to shape it around, kind of squeezing where I need to make sure it's all covered. Okay. And now we have a little paper Easter basket. Okay, I'm going to cut this little tail off that's hanging. We don't need that. Okay, next thing and I see I have a little overlap. See it? So let me trim that down a little bit. So you'll adjust, you know, you just keep adjusting. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at your comments, you guys, because I really want to try and get this all done for you. But I always go back when I'm finished and answer questions and you know, give you loves and likes and all that. So I'll peek up from time to time, but hopefully I don't miss any important anything. I do have my clock here to watch. I will be on for an hour. So if you have to leave, you might pop back in and see if I'm still going, and then you can see the end of it. So the first thing I want to do is kind of clean up the inside. There we go. That looks weird. There we go. So see, it's not really super great, but we're going to clean it up with a little bit of tissue paper now. So we used cardstock first. Hi, Cindy. Oh, it's so nice to see you too. Thank you guys for being here. So, okay, I'm just going to, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than my basket. I'll, see, do I have the tape measure here? There's one right beside me, but we'll just see here. So my basket itself is 2 inches tall. So I probably went, I'm going to say 6 inches with this. It doesn't matter, you guys. I'm just giving you an idea. And then I'm going to make it fit in here as best as I can. So then I'm going to whack it off again. So you see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get it to fit inside the basket to make it look prettier inside. Okay, so yeah, just like that. I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. And you guys, you can leave all of this, leave it big as you want. I'm just trying to not let it be too wet for the end of the show so that we can continue and decorate it. I have one that I did earlier this month just to see if it would work. Before I was asked to the Palooza, actually like right before, and it was going to be a project that we were going to do in our private group, and I decided, the timing was just good. We just finished it. It was still on my mind, and I knew I needed to get in there and share with the ladies, and then I got this invitation, so I decided to do this for the Paper Palooza because it was all paper, and I thought, how perfect. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out. So then I take more, I'm just using regular old Mod Podge. You can use glue, whatever you prefer to work with. And then I'm just smashing this down, smashing it down, pressing it into the bottom. I painted, if you remember now, I painted the very bottom so that stuff would stick in here. We had a lot of snow last night. We got, I would say we got between 3 and 5 inches. I didn't hear the official amount, but so my kids came over to sled ride with my granddaughter. It's her second time to go sled riding. She's a year old. So I missed that because I went antique shopping. And I hate that. But, how many chances do you get when your friend calls and says, hey, I'm going to Springfield. You want to ride along? And that was before I knew it was supposed to snow. And then sure enough, we got pelted with snow. It's fine. We'll still have snow here tomorrow, I betcha. Okay, so there we go. Now I have to decide. The last time I did this, I left it extra long and I just kind of crumpled this down. And this time I thought I might do it a little different. But that worked out really nicely. I just don't have enough to do that. But so I think I'm just going to tear it off just so it's consistent. So if you do this and you leave a bunch up here, get it nice and wet and just push it down and make like a little ruffle around the top. But we're going to make a ruffle ourselves, so it's all good. Okay. So now here's where we are, and then I'm just going to, well, I think I'll cut it off. I'm just going to trim off anything that is hanging extra here. Let's see, here we go. Okay. So there, I cleaned up my edge pretty good. Pretty good. Whoops, and I'm coming apart down here. Probably because of the wet, making my hot glue let go. Stop that. Come on. Okay. Okay, so now we have the inside all tissue papered, so it's going to just give us a little bit of texture, which honestly you're not going to see it if you fill your basket with anything, which I'm going to. Hi, Gail. You went antique shopping today too? You know what? It was so expensive. expensive. Everything I would pick up was like, not just like a little expensive. It was like, what is happening here? I felt like at the grocery. You know how you go to the grocery these days and everything's so expensive? That's what it felt like. We were both like, dang, what's going on? So I saw things to buy for the website and stuff, but well, I can't even, no, I'm not doing that. It was too much. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to share, but I did get some things. So, okay, now let's get going with the next phase. So the next thing I'm going to use is paper, crepe paper. It's called crepe paper. And I bought a big roll of, this was just white crepe paper. And I boiled some tea bags and poured it out in a cookie sheet. And I want to say, if you just use a little, so let me see, I didn't do this before, but let me show you. I have a roll here where I hardly covered the surface of the cookie sheet, and I dapped this, I just set it down in so it would soak up a little bit. And then I turned it over. Now this was a cream colored roll, and then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So then you see staining on both sides, which is really awesome. And then for some of our projects, we've gone so far as to glitter the edges. Let me show you that just while we're talking about crepe paper, and I have it right here. Whoops, my ribbon. I've done crepe paper, or glitter. You can see the glitter with the staining, but this one I tea stained like all the way. I really soaked up the tea, okay? So I put it here and laid it down, and it soaked up through, clear up in. So I was worried about it being like locked together, like I wouldn't be able to get it apart. So I unrolled it, so that's why it's so loose and limberish. And then I re-rolled it, okay? So I unrolled it, and then I re-rolled it back up, which was kind of a pain, but it worked great. So, okay, now we're going to use our, let me see if I can just dry this just a little bit, just so I can handle it. I'm so sorry to dry. I hate drying things for you guys. Oops, I keep bumping my table. I hate drying things when you guys are watching me, but I kind of need to a little bit. Stay ahead of the wetness. Oh, hi Judy, it's nice to meet you. Hey Brenda, hi you guys. So, okay, so there was just a few tips on crepe paper, way more than you ever wanted to know, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and I'm not using the glittered and I'm not using the white, I'm going to use this that's all that tea stained color all the way through. And so the next thing I'm going to do, which I didn't get that completely dry, but that's okay. Let's see if I can do it here. I'm going to slather. I'm going to get it in between those two pieces too, just so it holds down really well. And I'm going to slather this up with some crepe paper, or some glue. Mod Podge is what I'm using. Okay. And then I'm going to gather so that it's crinkly and textury. I don't want to just put it down flat like that. I want it to have a little, hi Bev. It's just regular old crepe paper from Hobby Lobby. Our Hobby Lobby only carries white, so I actually bought it on, I think I got it on Amazon or the party, might have went to the party store. I can't remember, but it's cream. But I've used white too. I've done the same thing with white. Actually, I'm thinking this was white. This was the cream. This was the cream. This was white, and that's why I did it all the way through, just because it was white. So, okay. So now I've got this good and jiggled around here. So let's see if we can't stick it on here and just kind of try and keep smushing it together, keep pleating it, whatever the word is, keep doing that until it grabs, okay? And it can go a little wonky, it's fine. Just trying to get it down through the middle mostly. And then I'm gonna come in with paper, or with more Mod Podge, and try and glue down in between those little pieces, or enough that it just soaks right through. You know, crepe paper is very thin. You could do it, I'm sure, with coffee filters or whatever you're comfortable with working with. You could do it. But I kind of like the crepe paper. Okay, so where did it go? Here's my end. So I'm gonna clean that up. And then I'm gonna smush some more. See, how far did I go here? Yeah, I have a little bit more with the glue. Oh, hey Cheryl, you're new to paper crafting? Aw. Well, I thought this was a fun one because it's all paper from beginning to end. It's all paper until I decorate my basket. So I thought that was kind of cool for this event. Okay. So yeah, I didn't get to watch anyone. I had no service in that building. It was all metal building. I kept popping in and out. When we had lunch, they have a little cafe thing, and we kind of sat by the window so I'd have a little bit of service. And who was it? Kathy was finishing up, and Michelle was starting, and so we watched both of those while we had lunch. And then I caught Lindy when we came back out of that hallway and went to the different area just for a minute, and that's all I've been able to watch today. So I'm gonna have to go back and see what everybody made. Oh, I caught Mama P too for a second. I did see her for a minute. She was making, it looked like she was going to be making a book or a journal or something like that. Okay, so here's what we have so far, and I've covered it with glue. Okay, it's really gluey. All right, so now I've hit the end of my glue, so I'm going to glue a new area here. Okay, new area, and I'm going to clean this up where I ripped it. And I'm going to smush some more. Yes, pink would be very pretty, Connie. And you could probably stain your own if you had white. You know, you could probably how would you get pink food coloring? I'm just trying to think. You can get pink food coloring. You could just do that and put a couple of drips in, and it would absorb and turn your white pink. There we go. So let's do another little pinch here. And you can lay it on and accordion it on. Like, see, this is flat. So I could just keep pulling and pulling. It's the same, you know, however you're more comfortable doing it. Just get it on there. Hey, Nelda. Hey, Tracy, thanks. I hope interesting is good. You never know what I'm going to come up with, right? I'm all over the place. Okay. So then I'm just really slopping on that glue, that Mod Podge. I'm getting it on there really well. Okay. But I love the texture that it's giving me, and I don't want to lose my shape too much, my oval shape here that I have going on. Okay, and then my fingers are pulling a little bit of it up from the inside from me grabbing it like that, and I'm just gluing it right back down. It's fine, because you want that texture. That's what you want. Hey, Ellen. Okay, so I'm to the edge of my glue again, so I think I'm just going to paint this whole part out. So let's just slap on some more. Okay, and then, yeah, see it's sticking to me. Okay, get this, and then we're going to see where it kind of missed staining. I love that. I like that a lot. It's just character to me. But you can paint your project out when you're all done. Like I said, I did one before, and I'll show you my inspiration for this idea. I'm making a basket for spring, and I'm making it all out of paper. I started with cardstock, and then I used tissue paper to line the inside, and now I'm using tea-stained crepe paper for the outside. Yes, Tracy, there's so many ideas for the crepe paper for sure. We've made all kinds of crepe paper projects, and that's why we have it so many different ways in the drawer there, ready to roll. Okay. Okay, now I am pressing it down, and you can see I'm going up and down on the basket a little bit. We will take care of that and make it all look even when I get to the next step, okay? So don't panic. Nobody panic. It's all good. I'm making a basket. Did I just tell you that, or is it somebody else asking? Oh yeah, I just told you, Barbara. Okay, I thought somebody else was asking. We tend to repeat ourselves here for our followers that join late. I can't keep straight who's what I might say hello to the same person 3 times before I realize, oh heck, I already said hi to you. Oh man. Okay. So. Okay. I'm gonna keep my shape. I don't want to lose my shape here. And because I'm pushing it and because it's wet. Yes, exactly. Oh, Michelle, you're still here. Yes, that's exactly right. It is a process. So I have a wet rag for a change. I don't always think to grab one, but I did this time. So that's good. So, okay. Now what I want to do is I want to use tissue paper or the Mod Podge. I'm trying to decide. Let me show you. We'll just, this is almost halftime break. It's not quite, but it almost is halftime. So this is the inspiration. This was where I got my bright idea to make one, okay? And it was a vintage basket that I bought, I think it was at Christmas time I found it, and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. So then I tried my hand at making one. Now, I've only made one, and this is the one that I came up with. You know, I'm not as colorful as, you know, some people, but I did really like this. I did like this shade of green, especially for the Easter holiday. But anyway, so this is what I'm making tonight. So when I did this sort of flower look around the top, I just used tissue paper. I used a big, oh, Linda, I didn't see what you asked. Thank you guys, thank you. So I think I'm gonna do the tissue paper idea again, because that worked really well, and it gave some contrast. Oh, thank you, Erica. So I wanted to give some contrast to the tea-stained, you know, crepe paper. I kind of wanted it to pop. So anyway, I'm just going to cut a little strip here, and then I'm going to glue it down, get it kind of wet before I start messing with it and mushing it around. So again, just Mod Podge or Elmer's glue, or probably wouldn't use a sticky tack. It would be too stickety. Right? It would be too thickety, stickety. Oh man. So okay. Cracking myself up. All right. So I'm just getting this wet, and then I'm going to gather it together. So I'm just going to then start pulling it together. Okay. So we're just pinching it together. Can you guys see? I have a tendency to forget to put my phone back down. So there you go. Just yell at me and say, put your phone down. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to keep grabbing it here. And because it's tissue paper, it's soaking through pretty quick. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep doing this until I get to the end. Now, I didn't do this very end, so I'm just going to whack it off there. All right. Then I'm kind of going to twist it a little bit because I want to lock it together, but I don't want to lose the texture. So I'm just kind of twisting it every so often, almost kind of creating a drape. Whoops, I'm twisting it. Oh, and I'm untwisting what I just twisted. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. So I've got it twisted somewhat, a little bit loopity. You see, it kind of comes and goes. If I could do that right, I could make that work to my favor for like almost like draping, because it kind of has that effect. Let me see if I can make it do that. So I'm pinching in between the spins, whatever you want to call it. Is it gonna stay? Yeah, that's a little rough. We'll see. Okay, let's go now. Oh, I really need to dry it a little bit. A little bit. I can't hardly hot glue to all of this wet, you guys. I'm so sorry. I hate that. I hate drying. That's when people lose me. When they start drying, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. So yeah, then I check back in. I'm like, dang, and then you know what happens? Okay, so I gotta go. Then I come back and I try to rewind to where they were on a replay, and I end up watching the whole thing anyway because I want to see something and I can't find the right place to stop. So I would have been better off to just sit through the whole thing anyway. Hey, there's a sprinkler. Hi, Susan. Thanks for sprinkling for me. I appreciate that. Yes, Darlis, except you probably bought them. You probably didn't make them. But I'm going for an Easter basket kind of look. So, okay, I'm just trying to get this bottom edge dry enough that hot glue might stick to it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Oh, good. Okay, good. I got this one because they said it was quiet. I'm glad. Okay. So it's not dry, but we're gonna see if it's dry enough. All right. So I'm gonna put some hot glue in here, and I'm gonna stick the end right here at the bottom edge, and then I'm gonna give it kind of gonna let it stand out. I want to see if I can make it drape. My other one I did that I just showed you, I tried to make it look like little flowers, like little grabbed sections. So I thought maybe we'll try and do a little draping here with this one. I don't know that it's gonna do that, but we're gonna try it. Why not? If we don't like it, we'll just put another pinch. I shouldn't change the plan in the middle of it, but here I go. Here I go. If we don't like it, it'll be fine for the bottom. Here's what we'll do. If we don't love it, it'll be fine for the bottom, and then I'll do the other way for the top. Okay, and that'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, got my drape going there. So let's hot glue in. So I'm just kind of hot gluing where the twists are. Okay, and I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to give it a twist here at the end, and I'm going to meet the other twist. We're going to make this lay down right. It ended right exactly where I needed it to. Okay, now let's see if you can, no, you really can't tell. A couple places you can tell. Not very much. I don't know that it was worth all that. So, okay, all right, lesson learned. Let's do the next, let's do the top. And, let me see. Do I want to? I can't remember how I did that now. It was so long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. Who could ever remember what you did 2 weeks ago? I feel like I did little flowerets, little bunches. I'm gonna try that. Let's see if I can get it to do that. Okay, hang on. All right, so let's try this next. I was thinking I know I rolled it up and did a loop, but then I'm thinking, did I use it? I can't remember. So we're gonna do this because I think this is gonna be cute. So I just got it wet and I rolled it into a little ball, and we're gonna stick the ball on here, okay? So I'm gonna start, I'm just gonna stick a ball down, and we're gonna see what that looks like. It might be too big. I might have to cut it down a little bit. I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens. See what we think. I better kind of cut these a little bit uniformly so that my flowers are the same size-ish. Okay, put that away. And then we're going to see how we want to space them out. Okay, let me keep going. I'm sure you can all tell I'm trying to hurry. I know we don't have to hurry, but I just want to get as much of it, you know, I want you to see it all, so I want to get clear through it. I'd rather kill time at the end looking at comments and talking to all of you than to not have time to finish it. Okay, so let's just gather it up now. We're going to wad it up into a little ball. Not too little. You can make it really little. I'm kind of making it big, a little bit big. I kind of want to make an impact here with these. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to do that at least across one side. I may not do it all the way just for you guys to have to sit and watch this. It might get boring for you. Okay, and that's just kind of hanging. I could probably try and tuck it in there, but I'm just going to whack it off. So there's the second one. I kind of like that. It would have been too much to do that around the bottom also, so this worked out fine. Okay, now let's get some more. I'm going to glue it down. Okay. I'm thinking, could I spray this with water and get it wet and then add, I'm trying to think if there's a faster way to do this, but you know, this is fine. Oh, thank you. I'm covering a paper, so I started with cardstock. I made a 2-inch thick letter C and wrapped it in an oval shape. I traced around the bottom with cardstock and put a bottom in it. Then I used tissue paper for the inside, crinkled it up and kind of covered the inside. And then I used tea-stained crepe paper, okay, and crinkled it all around the edge, the outside. And now I'm trimming it back to tissue paper. So I have white, tea stain, and white, okay. You could do it, somebody suggested pink, like staining your crepe paper pink, or getting pink crepe paper or stain. I said you could stain it if you didn't have it. You know, just do it however you want. I'm just giving you an idea. Fabric last night. Yeah, I saw Linda. I saw her doing those patchwork, and I about died. I thought, oh my gosh, that's my project. But it's completely different. It's completely different. And yes, hers was with fabric, but the same idea, kind of. The same idea, kind of. We never know what anybody's doing for our projects. It's always a surprise. And it's funny, they're always different. They might, you know, if it's an Easter project or a Valentine project, they might all be hearts or bunnies or whatever, but they're never exactly the same. Ever, never. So, okay. So now I'm just cutting up squares of tissue paper and Mod Podging them and wrinkling them into little rosette balls, just little balls. I'm going to say balls because I don't want you to be like, how did you make your rose? Or your flower or whatever you want to call it. I didn't. I'm just wadding it up, okay? I'm just literally wadding it up, just not too tightly. I'm leaving it a little bit, you know, a little bit big. Bigger than a spitball, right? Here are spitballs in school. Oh, you probably don't. That was a long time ago. I never did that. The mushrooms, Caroline, will be next year. I'll be able to show you. It's a group thing. We did several in the group, and I have a private group, and so I try and keep it things for them, you know, ahead of everyone else. So yes, eventually I will bring them, but don't wait just yet, okay? It'll be a little bit, for sure. Okay. So how many of you guys are going to the Sparkle event? I'm just so curious because I'm going to be there. I'm going to get to meet a bunch of you, and I'm so excited. Yeah, they won't fit through a straw, Linda. You're right. You remember spitballs. Isn't that awful? I don't know that I ever did it, but no, I got spitballed for sure. And darn boys, right? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna stop here for a second because I want to get my handles on, and I'm kind of worried that I will get too busy going. So let's do a handle next. I'm going to show you how I did that. Same thing. Okay, just a strip. Just a strip. And instead of grabbing it and rolling it all, or wadding it up, I'm going to roll it. Okay, you can do it with your crepe paper as well, which might have been better. Actually, I might like that better for the color. Yeah, I did that on that one. I think I'm going to do crepe paper. Throw that handle away. Or maybe I can make it into a flower here. Let's see if I can wad it now. I don't know. Yeah, I can. No one will ever know which one was which. Yeah, that'll be fine. It's just not going to stay together very good. Let me just slop it up there a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's make a handle. I'm going to do the same thing with the crepe paper. I'm getting glue strings in my Mod Podge. That's annoying. Because I'm dragging my glue gun across my project. The Sparkle event's going to be held in Cleveland this year. Cleveland, Ohio. And so I'm able to go. This will be the 3rd year. It's been in Oklahoma the last 2 years. And it's just a big crafting event. I don't know if Julie's going or not. I told her I was going. I don't know that would really be, I don't know. I'll tell her you girls want to meet her. Well, you've met her, Connie. Okay, so see, I've got a handle and I just rolled it. So then I'm just going to glue it on here. I got to figure out how high I want it to be. See, I like that better. So let's do that. So I'm going to put a dot of glue. I'm going to attach my handle. I'm going to figure out like how high and how wide and all that. So let's go about right there. I'm going to tack the other end of it down. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut. I'm just going to cut this off. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with these 2 balls. See, there's your handle, and it's just crepe paper rolled. I'm going to come in here and put my rosettes over top of the handle so it'll just kind of get lost in there, okay? Oh, I hear the baby. She's awake. Oh. She's not very happy. She likes to crawl up on our brick fireplace. Oh, you're gonna be, oh, Lindy, I know you're gonna be there. You're here though. Hi. What a surprise. I didn't know you were here. Hey, girl. I told her I was so excited to meet her in person. And I said, you probably don't even know who I am, but I know who you are. I'm excited. I'm excited to see all of them. It's going to be a great lineup, and I think it'll be a great time. I've always wanted to go, but my kids have lived out of state. One lived in Arizona, and one lived in California. And so if I was going to take a trip anywhere, I felt like I should go see my kids. And so I never even asked my husband if I could do it, because I just knew, you know, the right thing to do was, if you're taking time to fly somewhere, you should go see your family. So you've been watching the whole time? Wow. Hey, Pamela. Yes, isn't that sweet to hear her? She's sad. I haven't seen her yet all day. She's been here all day, but I just got home from antique shopping. I literally ran into the bathroom. And then I went upstairs, touched up my makeup a little bit, and here we are. Brushed my hair. It was surely a sticker shock today. I did find a treasure though, something that I think is really cool. It's really different. You guys are gonna be like, what? But I think oh, that's awesome, Michelle. Are you coming? I mean, 10.5 hours is a lot, but it's doable. It's not that it's not doable. It would be a road trip for sure. Bring a friend. Bring a friend and come. Oh my gosh, I know Chris would love to meet you too. Oh shoot. I just put that on and I don't have, oh, here we go. I'm going in. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. I don't have my flower made. So I just to the mall, Connie. The show isn't until, well, I mean, maybe it's going on, but like the extravaganza isn't until May. So there's a Dawn Scott next week, which is a show in Columbus, and I think it's the last one. And Julie's not able to go, so she was like, FOMO, fear of missing out. So she's like, let's go to the mall. So we did. Hopefully you heard all that with all my noise. Just search Sparkle Room. I know, I would too. Oh, Chris, you're here too. Hi, friend. Oh my gosh, I got all the movie stars with me today. You went to the Restore today. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. So I don't want to run out of time, but we're so close. We're fine. We're really close. Let's see, I got a wet rag. Here it is. I just want to, you know, kind of getting a little messy. The big Heart of Ohio is my favorite. We saw that the guy that owns it passed away, and they had a big auction in Delaware, Ohio, and it brought in like a lot of money. Like, I think one item was $1 million. Like, I don't know, it was $1 million. I know it hit $1 million. Anyway, so she was like, I wonder what they're gonna do at the mall. I hope they don't close it. You know, I wonder what his daughter's gonna do. So, aw, thank you, Chris. That is so sweet. I caught the tail end of you today. Okay, so, no, I didn't. I caught the tail end of Kathy. You two are like one person. You're on after me, not right after me, but yeah, 200. Oh, Linda, don't tell me that. You notice I never look up at that. I never want to know. Hi, 263 friends. If you guys shared this out to all of your friends, think how many people we get in here. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. That makes me need a nerve pill. Give me just a minute. Luckily, I can't envision, like, how many people are on an airplane? Like, I did that to my husband once. I just kind of wanted an idea. What is 260 people like? Yes, Sandy, I was born in Marysville. Yes, Springfield, Ohio, yes. So, like, how many people fit on an airplane? Thanks, Elizabeth. Thank you for doing that. It helps us so much. I saw somebody, was it today? I don't remember. I saw somebody have like 600 people watching them. I would just die. I wouldn't die, but I would feel like dying. That's what I would do. And what does it matter? One person watching you or a whole bunch of people watching you? Someone's still watching you. Who cares how many? But I don't look up, so don't keep telling me. Don't tell me. Because here's the thing. Oh, here's the thing. What if the next time I look up and you guys say, you have 108, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, how did I lose so many people? And then it's like a downer. So I just don't even look. Because then you're like, what did I say to make so many people leave? Or, you know, oh, I'm not doing good enough, everybody left, or whatever. This is a stressful thing. So, hi, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you. It's a stressful thing to do. We're brave girls who get on here. We're brave. Brave or crazy, I'm not sure which. Yeah, I didn't see Chris today. She's on towards the end or the last one or something. She's usually last. So she can just stay all night with you guys. I was last in an event the other day. It was kind of nice to be last, actually. Yeah, hard to watch for sure, Michelle. Yes, I'm not looking up. I look up at the comments, but I don't look. My glasses are right. What do you mean bugs? I got somebody bad. Oh, let him go. Who cares? It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not looking back. I don't even want to see what he said. Okay. There's always someone to ruin all the fun, right? I can measure, you know what, they're all different, but I think you're right about 4x4. I think you're right. You bring her in? I thought they were bringing the baby in. Hi, Ruby. Thank you. Yes, she did. She's living in the little house right now. They just can't imagine having their baby grow up without us, which just fills my heart with joy. So happy. They haven't decided exactly where they're going to live. They were talking Charleston for a long time, and then they were talking about maybe staying around here. So I just keep my fingers and toes crossed and don't say anything. Just hope for the best, right? So yes, hope for the best. Okay, so measure the square. Hang on. I have a tape measure right here. Everything is at my fingertips, just a little bit off camera. Actually, it's 5 by 5. We were close. We were close in guessing. So I suppose I could stop here, but what do I have? 3 more? What the heck? You guys can stand it for 3 more, right? So I saw somebody about Marysville. Okay, so I don't remember the street, but you know where McDonald's is when you get off the interstate? And there was a car dealership right across the street from where McDonald's was. And there was a house beside it. It was red at the time. Oh, I don't want that. There was a house beside, so it was like right across the street from McDonald's to the right of the car dealership. And I think now there's a Burger King in between where my house was and the other, and that's where I lived. And my stepmom still lives on Chestnut Street. And my grandmother lived, I think it was 9th Street. And then my other grandma lived, she lived, well, for years, she lived in the trailer park, kind of headed towards the fairgrounds when it was nice. I'm talking 40 years ago. Well, how old am I? I'm 63, so 60 years ago. They had a nice trailer park, and they lived there. And then when they got older, they moved into the little senior apartments, kind of past the hospital on the right. I think there might be a Walmart or a Kmart or something like that out there. I don't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, I mean, I lived there till I was in the 4th grade. And the craziest thing is, I can go to that town and still find my way around. Like, it's so weird because I never drove in that town. Anybody else like that? Go back to a place that you were raised as a kid and know your way around? Like, it sounds like I know my way around. We were my cousin and I and my aunt. She was not a whole lot older than me. We rode bicycles all over town. And, oh my gosh. I remember my babysitters. I remember my mom making me egg sandwiches on the way to eat on the way to Mrs. Patch's house. And Mrs. Patch was my babysitter. She lived by the elementary school. Funny. Everybody else is like, what? There used to be a Kmart. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell, but that might be it. I don't know. Okay, so here we are. Here's our little basket. All made with paper. Now, the white that you're seeing is my wet Mod Podge, okay? My wet Mod Podge is still white. So this is still pretty wet, if you can imagine. It's a little juicy. I have a little juicy basket. So let me clean this off a little bit. It's about 1 inch thick of Mod Podge and paper, at least a little bit so that I can continue here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to close this up. Now, I just splashed some. From this point, okay, you guys could take your basket after it dries. Let it dry overnight, okay? Let it dry overnight, and you guys can paint it. You can paint it. Hi, sweetheart. Come say hi. It's okay. I only have 267 friends that want to see you. Just real quick. Oh, real quick. Hi, friends. Hi. Look. Now listen. You want to be in here? Look. Hi. Can you say hi? I got too many other things I want to play with. Hi, Millie. Say hi, babe. Hi. Can you see Lolly? Everybody, look at all the hearts you're getting. Lots of hearts. Can we do a thumbs up? See if we get it. Oh, no, it's red. There's a big thumbs up. Okay, baby. All right. Bye, everybody. Not me, her. Don't go yet. Oh, she wants to stay with Lolly. Oh, how sweet. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. Sorry for that. That doesn't happen very often. So, okay. As I was saying, you can paint this out any color you want, but wait till it dries, okay? You don't want it to get too wet, but it'll hold its shape. I think it's adorable. Just before you go, leave it alone, make sure your handles are, up and how you like them, but that's really cute. So let's take the basket that I've already done. Look, it dries hard. You can put another coat on of Mod Podge if you want to. I probably would, the way I did these big flowers, I probably would because they're not saturated, but I think they're going to dry crispy. But if I were you, I would probably paint over the whole thing. And I think I might back the flowers down, maybe like a 3x3 square. They're a little big. They're a little, look at me, but they're cute. Okay, So this one I rolled in those long tubes like I did at first and did the twisting loop, and I just squished it together, and I kind of puckered it like I did this. I kind of puckered as I went and kind of made it look flowery. Then in the morning when it was dry, I really liked how it was, but the white was pretty stark for me. So I went in with our spray stain. Just put stain if you want a link, and I can give you a link. I went to East grade school until I left in 4th grade. And then I spray stained, okay, the whole thing, even like the bottom. Oh, I forgot I tissue papered the bottom. You don't have to do that. I didn't on this one, so see how nice it is? You need to do that. I will. I'll turn it upside down so I don't forget. And then I did a little gold leaf. Oh yeah, you can see it. I just did a little bit of gold leaf here and there. I was just messing around with it. But I only did it on the top flowers and the bottom, not flowers, but the top ruffle and the bottom ruffle, okay? All right, so not everybody has to do it, but I'll put a link in on its own, and then I'll answer every one of you. Yeah, you can't wait to use it. I know. So the other, well, I don't have time to get into all of it with the seam binding and how to use that stain, but it's great. Just keep watching me, and I'll give you all the deets, or you can, well, I have tons of videos on YouTube. I always say over 600 because I know there's over 600, but I don't know how many. So, but all of them are Facebook that get shared over. So, got on late. Oh, thank you. Yes, yeah, because there's a little bit of details, I guess. So this was my inspiration. So you can see what it would look like in color. Okay, and then this is what we just made. So on the idea of this, the other thing you could do is to take see how this lace has a ruffle, and you could do, like I could have done a ruffle here and then painted it all in so the lace, like the raised lace, would look embedded. Okay, the streamer is just crepe paper that I stained, and I talk about how to do it in the beginning. So, okay. I have some bags of moss, FYI. They are in stock now on the website, TammyLovesVintage.com. How shameless is that? But it is. So this is really great moss that I've been using in my crafting projects, and I love it. And Tara from Sweetwater Trading is the one that introduced me to it, and I found a wholesale company that carries it. So I'm able to bring it to you guys, so I'm super pumped about it. It just came in yesterday. I had a huge greenery order. Half of the order came. I got a few items on the website of the greenery, but I knew you guys were anxious for the moss, so I got the moss in. Now it's sticking to all of my messy, Mod Podge roughed fingers. And then I like just a little bit of it trailing out over the side. It's very boinky. You know, I like that word, boinky. It's very boinky looking, and it's very mossy looking. And it's not messy. You can see I just did all of that, and I don't have any mess. So that's what I love about this moss. It's $12 a bag. If you need any, you can run on over there. I ordered plenty, so I've had all kinds of orders all day long. My phone's been blowing up, and it's good stuff. I promise you'll love it. This is the Bright, just for reference, this is the Bright. I've got a mixed bag, I've got medium, I've got dark. So anyway, okay. So there's some moss. You can use your Easter grass. I love vintage. It is at TammyLovesVintage.com. It's the name of my page, and then just put .com, and it will come up, and it's under the greenery tab. Okay, so I covered some eggs with Mod Podge and paper. Okay, so just some plastic eggs. You can use any foam eggs, glittered eggs. It doesn't matter, any kind of eggs. And just use little pieces, like right here. I've got 2 here to do that are small for another project I have going on. And this is the size of paper that you need to use. Tiny, tiny, okay? I'll even have to go tinier than that probably on these little tiny eggs. But little pieces like that, because of all of the bends, all of the hey Sherry, thank you for doing that. That's so great. You might have to put it with a small t though. It may not pop up as a link, and it won't pop up during this show, but it will pop up when we're all done. Anyway, and then just Mod Podge it down and cover. It's very time consuming. Your fingers will be covered in glue. You'll be like, what have I done? But it is so great. It's my looped moss, and it's on TammyLovesVintage.com. And anyway, you can put the eggs in. I don't need 2 big ones. I think I need a big one and maybe a couple of smaller ones like that. So you could just do that, and that would be a great paper palooza. The only thing that's not paper is the moss and the eggs themselves, but they are covered in old book pages. And then we used cardstock, crepe paper, and tissue paper to create the entire basket and Mod Podge. And then these are at, these carrots are at Hobby Lobby in a brown mesh bag, okay? And then I just, thank you. And then I just fluff, yes, under the greenery tab. Thank you guys. And then I just fluffed the tops because they were real smushed flat. They didn't look very good. And I thought maybe a carrot or 2 in with the eggs might be cute. Let's try 2 here. Let's see what we think. And then I need to string just a little bit of that moss kind of maybe up in, let me see if I want any up over, kind of, let's see here, how do I want it? Down through, in the back. I love it hanging out. I just think it's great. So it's just a new thing for us, and I think it's awesome. So there, how about that? Maybe one more egg. It's got a hole right there. Can't. Oh, or what about a paper flower? Let's do a paper flower just because it's a paper palooza. Let's do a paper. So these paper flowers, I get on Amazon. Oh, this is a vintage corsage, but I keep it in here with my paper flowers. So let me see if I could find a nice one that I like. Let me see the size. Oops, oops. Let me see what size I need here. I would glue these in, FYI. And I probably wouldn't waste the moss. I think I would put something in under it, like cut a piece of foam to the right size, and then just lay the moss on top. The moss goes a long way. It really does. So let's see. Is that too? It's kind of big. Let's stick with this size here. And I would glue them all in, but I'm going to do what I just told you, and I'll disassemble this and redo it here in a little while. Well, after the kids go home, probably, to be honest. But there's some paper flowers. Let's see, I think I need one more. And they're a little bit white. I think, you know what? I think they need sprayed. What time is it? We're okay. I've got couple minutes. Let's take this spray. I use this spray on everything. Fabric. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate your order very much. Okay, so now I took this screaming white to a more vintage color. Okay. There. Oh yeah, that's much, much better. Less popping. See that? It's there. It's more vintage. It's more my style. It's a little heavy. I kind of, oh, here I do have my spray board. I keep this board handy. So let's see, how can I do this so you can see? Hang on. Oh, that baby wants her lolly really bad. I'm coming. 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to spritz it.
Now I remember why I canceled.
And I'm staying up a little bit so it's not too strong. Okay. And I'll send you the link for the spray, those of you that asked. Hey, Shayla. You're fussing. There you go. Okay, now I think we have an awful sweet little vintage basket here. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do it in this one. It's just too wet, and it would just be a mess. But this is the basket we actually made. And then all I would do is do the spray. Like, let me just see if I can show you what it would be like. I'll post you a link on the spray, okay? Let me just show you because I can do it wet. What a difference. I'm going to spray the top and the bottom, and then I got to still cover the bottom, but it's all good. Okay, and I sprayed even the inside. So there's the difference once you get it all sprayed out. and then you spray the inside as well. See, but it has to dry. I did that on wet, on wet, on wet. Okay, I will give you the link, absolutely. Okay, so, well, that's where I laid it on the board from doing the flowers, so it got dirty. But this is what it looks like, looks like before, and this is what it looks like after. The spray is incredible. So, you guys just, if you want a link, I will post it in the comments if you just scroll through, and then I'm going to post it on everybody that asks for a link so you can click it on any of them. So, yeah, you definitely have to catch the replay, but this is all paper for the Paper Palooza. I got a couple minutes, no smell whatsoever, no. And it washes right off. And we use it a lot of times, like I'll spray some in a pan, I usually keep our meat trays and rinse them out, wash them out good. And I spray it in there, and then we can paint it on intricate projects, like if I wanted to kind of, you know, just hit the little dots on this or something like that, you can paint it on too. So anyway, you guys, we have our cardstock, crepe paper, tissue paper, little baskets, and paper covered eggs and paper flowers. You can't get much more paper than that. Boom. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. Oops, my watch is saying, did you ask me a question? I have like 30 seconds, so I will give you all the spray link. Just know I've been gone all day antique shopping. I just got home in time to do this. My kids are here. They picked up pizza. I'm going to go do some family time. And even if I do it when I crawl into bed, I will give you links right here in answer to your comments. So if it doesn't pop up in your notifications, you'll know that it's in the comments here for you, okay? So you guys have a great night. Let's see. Yep, it's 7 o'clock. Gotta roll. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing and spreading the sprinkles or whatever they all say. So anyway, have a great night. And yes, order your moss at TammyLovesVintage.com. Bye-bye.